Honestly, I forgot who. Cause next thing was crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That just a you don't do. That just a more I add to the list that I can't get no energy to. Watch what you put up on the web. You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to leave the hood cause treating me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real cause this really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, hell, I put my boy.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers and test your build in a game against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yes, and it's my player picking up the assist.
And if you're not feeling one of your builds, you have the ability to make 6 total builds and play 1 test game for each one. In the NBA 2K21 demo, you can also hit a quick game. That's right, you'll be able to play 5 total games with access to 4 stacked teams. Current Clippers, current Bucks, all-time Celtics, and all-time Lakers.
Oh, and the jam by Kobe Bryant.
2KU is also back in this year's demo, so if you want to get a feel for the game or just work on your skills, there's no better place to do it. Are you ready? Because your path to NBA 2K21 starts now.
I can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
See, I was gonna talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
So I'm going with the Celtics.
I'm gonna go with the Lakers. It's on, Alexis.
It's on, let's go.
Stop.
Kobe attacking, and Kobe throws it down hard.
Game time, hang time. Who been the plug of the power? Ayy, came with a charge in my alley. Ooh, charge it again like it's credit. Your team crowd need to edit. Yeah, I see face and get it. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. Now you say what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems. I'm James with a step back, throw that shot up. I don't miss often. No look, I had to boss up, get the post.
The Nuggets are not holding anything back in the wardrobe department as they made their entrance tonight, hoping to make an impression on their home floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A beautiful skyline of Denver, Colorado is our backdrop tonight. Thank you for tuning in this Sunday evening. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Denver Nuggets here at Pepsi Center. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we're pleased to have on the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
We all witnessed the Nuggets making a big leap last season. Coach Mike Malone said, when you miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and your defense is bottom 5, something's got to give. Our guys deserve all the credit. We didn't come up with a grand master plan. We do what we do, but harder, better, and for longer stretches. Kevin?
Just putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. Taking a look at New York. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Kyle Korver is out there with Payton, and it's Harkless in at the small forward. And for the Nuggets, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Filling out the wings, Harris and Barton. And it's Hardaway in at the 1. Of course, for some players now in their second seasons, you can tell just how big the jump is between that first year and their second year in the league.
I think, Kevin, it's probably the single biggest growth opportunity. One of the things that happens is the game slows down for second-year players. Very rarely do you see a guy take a step backwards. They're comfortable, they're more confident, and they know what to expect.
Count it, good.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
Here's Payton. Good. good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, that's really good strength on that finish by Elfrid Payton. Nice job to embrace the contact.
Jokic against Payton. Jokic kicks to Millsap. On the wing, Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Payton passes to Harkins. To the inside. Here's Randall. And to get open is Robinson. To the middle. Here's Barton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
Well, hard to find a team more iconic in the NBA than the New York Knicks. They are a premier brand.
Greg, this is absolutely true. This is an organization that has played a few games in London that have helped them, and it hasn't seemed to matter that the team has struggled for an extended period of time. They remain a major media presence in a major market. The NBA is better when the New York Knicks are a factor.
Here's Randall. Second chance shot. Good on the shot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Robinson. And the pass to Court. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assists.
A lethal catch-and-shoot player who needs just a little sliver of space. Go ahead, Kyle Korver.
Payton against Hardaway. Robinson with the block. To the paint. Harkless with the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Hardaway. Over Payton. Hardaway, no good. New York trailing. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Harris outside. Pass to Millsap. Jokic against Robinson. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
Payton outside. Over Hardaway. Payton's shot is off. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. Payton against Hardaway. Inside, it's tipped. It's stolen by Randall. Here's Payton, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, how quick are the feet of Elfrid Payton. Gets into space and turn the lights out.
Here's Barton. Turned in an outstanding game against New York. Pass to Jokic. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Korver. For New York, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Good defense by Jokic.
Boy, he's at the cup, but that is tremendous defense. Prohibit the lay-in without fouling.
Harris inside the line. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Korver with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver. It's Robinson high post. Harris is there. basket by Payton. Payton's got 6. Nuggets trail. Pass to Millsap, 6 feet out. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
First one falls for him. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And so Paul Millsap nails both of them.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Now here's Barton. Nine feet out. They shoot again and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Elfrid Payton.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. You know, Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
And Jokic drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
A game they definitely felt they could win, and with a break here or there, they probably could have.
You know what? The stats certainly looked good, but the fact of the matter is they couldn't deliver in the clutch moments, and that's something you've got to figure out moving forward.
Check of the stats for Randall. Great showing for him last season. He was around 21 points per game, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists. All around brilliance for him lately. And guys, he's really taken his play to another level.
Don't you get the sense, Greg, that the confidence is building game by game, and he's starting to put up the numbers that back it up?
Now here's Randall. He's coming off a 25-point game against Denver.
Boy, the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Now, here's Jokic. Following the miss by Julius Randle. Here's Harris. Second shot opportunity, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 8 points.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Now Payton. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Korver against Harris. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. You look at Robinson, second in the NBA, a great defender.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
Now here's Barton. Pulls it up. Wide open shot is on the money.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
It's Robinson high post. He's against Jokic. Hardaway with the steal. And there's the pass to Harris. Payton against Hardaway. Barton kicks to Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. Now it's a 7-point Nugget lead.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Randall against Millsap. They need this. They get it back. Robinson, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The drive by Jokic. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. The Nuggets making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And then for New York, Bobby Portis is checked in for Randall. Barrett comes in for Harkless. And Alonzo Trier's subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Right side Hardaway. 5 to shoot. The Knicks pull it in.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Great D that time from Hardaway.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now, here's Barrett. 17 points for him last game against Denver. Stops, pops, and Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got his second bucket tonight.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Denver. And a switcher also for New York. Dotson's checked in. And the Knicks with possession here. 7-point differential. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now here is Hardaway. He has 5, and that one is good. Hardaway has got 7.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
Now, here is Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And here are the Nuggets now. After New York gets the 3, Barton outside. Here's Jokic. Robinson with the block. Barrett wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good. The Nuggets leading by 6. Pass to Murray. Jokic trying to free himself up. And it's Murray. That time on the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Trier. Guarded by Hardaway. And And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Doris, great scoring is often reliant upon great football. And we are coaches, don't we, talk about that all the time?
We really do, Kev. You look at a guy like Kyrie Irving, who at the point guard position is one of the great scorers. He's a clutch shooter. He doesn't go to the free throw line a lot, and it's because he's so elusive. Can finish left and right, puts a lot of English on his shots. DeMar DeRozan gets separation with incredible footwork, and maybe the best in the league right now in terms of his footwork. That tap dancing James Harden, which is just nearly impossible to check.
Oh, I love those names, and you're so right. And it's fun to watch. What a skill. Here's what Denver's going with right now. Grant comes in for Jokic, and Monte Morris subbed in for Hardaway. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Barton. 6 points for him. Kicks it to Murray. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj. You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
Here's Barton after New York gets the 3. Takes it off the glass. Barton's got 8 points.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Pass to Portis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And for the length of Bobby Portis, he's sure to provide a bit of fire when he's on the floor.
Well, Portis is never afraid to mix it up with the opponent or sometimes his own guys. This guy plays with a passion that maybe isn't for everyone, but boy, it does spark his teams.
And the first one at the line is good. And the former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. But now he does produce.
And great big man to bring in off the bench. Good size and quickness combination, and will always give you scoring with that second unit.
So he gets them both. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. 3-point lead. They beat the Knicks during their last encounter in New York.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
2 things are a product of that. 1, you shoot a ton of freebies. 2, the other team goes deep into its rotation. Neither one of those 2 things is going to work.
Took him no time at all on that one.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Morris kicks to Murray. Lays it up off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Trier passes to Portis. Here's Dotson. He's covered by Murray. And Barrett gets it to go.
Making plays in traffic. This is where Barrett's most effective.
Denver's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. On the wing, Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Knicks in New York. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for 2. Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people who were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment.
Wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. Now, here is Morris. He kicks it to Barton. It's Vonleh atop the key. Lock at 6. Dotson with the rebound.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
Here's Dotson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Well, Damian Dotson in his second season, this guy was able to get on the floor at a consistent rate and show that he could be a solid contributor.
And for Dotson, as you said, Doris, he got his chance as the Knicks started to play the young guys last season.
And he has the potential, Kevin, Damian Dotson, to be a fantastic three-point shooter from what he's shown to this point. You combine that with his high motor and energy, and there's a lot to like if you're a fan of this team.
The first one falls. And it's tied up with that one. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Knicks in New York. Morris passes to Grant. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Murray in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Here's Trier, covered by Morris. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
A moment here to see some stats for Morris. Last season's performance for him. Last season put up about 10 points a game. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And right now, he's just a role player, but he's working hard and contributing in spurts.
Well, we've certainly seen flashes of what this guy can do, but he has got to find a way to consistently do it if he wants to be a starter.
Now here's Murray. Another key contributor to that nice win against New York. Vonleh's shot is good.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's Dotson. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Over to the wing. Trier from long range. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here is Morris. Barton, and Barton throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Passes it to Portis. 6 on the shot clock. Trying to get open is Gibson. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. New York shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Free throw good, Portis. 5 seconds left in the first. For three, Murray. And that one released in time, but no good. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, leading by a point. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. Bobby Portis, who's known for his work ethic, said he learned a lot from his mother.
She gets up at 3, 4 in the morning and gets off at 1, 2 in the evening. You know, she works hard for her 4 boys. You know, she bears herself off daily. You know, I always try to pride myself in hard work also because how hard she worked for me.
And she was a basketball player in her own right. Greg, a scholarship at Jackson State University.
Yeah, and gave up basketball when she had Bobby, but she encouraged him to pursue his dream, and she said now she's living her dream through him.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball, and defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Bobby Portis. Trier out there with Barrett. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Dotson in at the 3. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Trier.
As a playmaker, Barrett has improved his vision. Plays with a good recognition and been very unselfish.
Now here is Harris. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against New York. Murray for 3. Dotson with the rebound. New York's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Down low and stolen by Harris. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. And it's Murray with the jam.
Have to enjoy seeing Murray jam it down. His vertical is very impressive.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, before he became a head coach in Memphis and New York, David Fizdale spent 8 seasons as an assistant under Eric Spoelstra in Miami. Now, Spo said he's a brilliant basketball mind that has exceptional gold standard level communication skills. One of the most talented coaches I've been around. So, Kevin, Fizdale is highly respected.
David, he sure is. Great reputation. Now getting his shot. Thank you so much.
Well, this is something Grant does very well. Slams it home when he's got space.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
Millsap's checked in for Grant. So New York going with almost an entire new group. Randall's checked in for Bobby Portis. Reese Harkless comes in for Damian Dotson. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Barrett. And it's Peyton in for Alonzo Trier. Now here's Peyton. He has 6. Outside Gibson. There's the pass to Randall.
And Millsap with the focus there defensively, just stretching out to bother the shot.
Morris with the ball. Now defended by Korver. Morris passes to Vonleh. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Payton the bounce pass. Randall against Millsap from 12 feet out. Randall no good.
I know he's got to be frustrated right now, but the team is fighting from behind. He's got to stay with it.
Harris. He can't get that one to fall. Now the Knicks take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, Taj Gibson, a master at using that strength and length to snatch glass.
You talk about a player who is a consummate pro. Taj Gibson.
No doubt. Taj is a guy who has always approached the game from a veteran standpoint. He's a great leader, great defensive player, and in between the lines and out, you can count on Taj Gibson.
Hardaway's checked in for the Nuggets. The free throw is off from Gibson. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person, even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Randall left side. Fades and shoots. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Payton against Hardaway. It's Vonleh atop the key. Back to Hardaway. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. And it's a 7-point Nugget lead. Hardaway against Payton. Inside, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
We know Elfrid Payton can affect games with his defense. You want to see him make those kinds of passes right there. That's nice.
Hardaway passes to Millsap. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Millsap's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Payton. Great D that time from Hardaway.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
And the Knicks with possession here. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Here's Payton. Another shot rejected by Harris. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Knicks trail by 11. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Payton surveying the floor. Over Hardaway. That doesn't go either for Payton.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Harris's shot is good.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
And here is Payton. He has 6. Here's Randall. That one's off. Still out of sync.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And he gets the bucket. Hardaway has got 13 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. Down by 15. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And no doubt, Coach wants them to shore up their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
The Nuggets with some changes. Jokic comes in for Noah Vonleh, and Mason Plumlee subbed in for Paul Millsap. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Randall dishes to Harkless. Over Harris. Harkless with the bucket. Harkless has got his second bucket.
Listen, you give a good shooter that kind of look, and it's going to go in.
Payton against Hardaway. He dishes it to Murray. Back to Hardaway. Over Payton. And it's good off the back rim and in. He's got 15.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Randall. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Randall's got 10 points in the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Payton kicks to Randall. Outside Robinson. Pass to Korver for three. He's off on that one. And the Nuggets going the other way. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, Greg, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night. This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Hardaway. Here's Plumlee. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Knicks trail by 14. Now here's Payton. 6 points for him. And here's Korver from the arc. Korver missing again. The Nuggets shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. The drive by Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
New York's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Robinson. Here's Payton. It's deflected, and he recovers it.
I think if you're very aggressive with Elfrid Payton, this guy is getting good at picking up these kinds of fouls.
For New York, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. And he knocks down the first one.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Will Barton, he's checked in for Gary Harris. That one misses.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Murray kicks to Hardaway. Passes to Jokic. Trying to find Murray, and he gets it to him. Chalk up 2 there. Murray's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hardaway against Payton. Outside Korver. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Jokic.
Well, we know Korver doesn't go to the rim often, but boy, do you love how he accepted the punishment right there.
For New York, they have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. First free throw is good. It's checked in for Maurice Harkless. All free throws good from Korver.
To me, it's so obvious that Kyle Korver's teammates love playing with him. He's such a pro, a good-natured guy, and you can trust him to make tough shots and smart decisions. Love him.
Now here's Murray. He's got 14. Moves back up. Here's Plumlee. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's his first trip to the line.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
The first free throw is good for the Knicks. Portis comes in for Randall. And Alonzo Trier's subbed in for Payton. Plumlee hits them both. Knicks trail by 17. Outside Robinson. The pass to Barrett. Shoots over Barton. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. New York's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Now, here is Robinson. He has 6. Here's Barrett. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. It's Hardaway with the drive. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
He's so good at setting up his teammates. Tonight, though, Hardaway's been calling his own number. And boy, has he been prolific.
Here's Trier. 10 points for him. Outside Portis. Pass to Korver. Outside Portis. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. And off target that time from Trier.
He has that confidence rolling, hitting 2 threes in the first, but he hasn't had one since.
Here's Plumlee. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And with the way Mitchell Robinson can protect the rim doors, there's a lot to like about that second-round pick.
Yeah, on draft day, Mitchell Robinson flew under the radar, but he had a great summer league. He got tremendous minutes early as a rookie. This is a great leaper, a great shot blocker, always something teams can use, both of those attributes.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Trier. Outside Portis. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Portis has got 8 points.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Jokic. He had 16 points in the win against New York.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
The Nuggets leading by 21. Outside Hardaway. Robinson with the block. Now, here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Nuggets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
And he knocks down the first one.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
For the Nuggets, Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Plumlee. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Well, what a lineage for Jeremy Grant, a member of that very famous Grant family in NBA history. His brother, father, and uncle have all played in the league. And what a job he's done to follow suit.
You feel like Grant started to turn the corner, I thought, last season, Doris, in his development.
No doubt, Kevin. He got to see starters minutes for the first time in his career, and he was rock solid. This guy is a good rebounder. He's switchable on the defensive end, and he brings great energy every night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Dotson's checked in for New York. And Jokic drops them both. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Here's Trier. 10 points for him. From deep. No good. He missed it. Brings him to 3 for 8 this game. Grant, right side. And the dunk by Grant.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine, Kev.
Here's Dotson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And here's a look at the stats for Robinson. How he did last season. He put up about 7 points a game, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. And he had to pay his dues that rookie campaign, earning his stripes. A lot of people think he could have a breakout year this season.
Well, when you hear it from his coaches and his teammates, they've been singing his praises. So let's see if he can prove them right.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. 56 seconds left to play in the first half. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Barton. Grant outside. Back to Barton. Fires from 14. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Another 3 for Denver.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And here is Portis following the three-pointer by Jokic.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Out left to the wing. Robinson with the block, but he gets it back. Hardaway for 3. No good there. And so it's Denver finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Boy, a lot of energy in this arena tonight. The hometown fans getting after it. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaquille O'Neal's here. So is Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, it comes down to confidence. From the opening tip, these guys had that swag. They had the attitude that you can't beat us, we can only beat ourselves.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Penny Hardaway.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And the Knicks with possession here. At the forward slots, it's Barton and Millsap. Harris is out there with Hardaway. And it's Jokic in at the center. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half. And so it's Barton bringing it up for Denver. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Barton, no good on the free throw. The Knicks shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Jokic against Payton. Six to shoot. Misses off the left iron.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Floats it up for Randall.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Harris outside. Korver with the defensive effort. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Randall, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Randall's got 14 points for the game. The Nuggets leading by 22. Jokic on top. Outside Hardaway. And it's Jokic missing. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the paint, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Boy, Kev, how about the recognition of Kyle Korver? Puts the pass on time and on target, makes it an easy opportunity for his teammate.
Now here's Barton. 12 points for him. Passes it to Millsap. And here's Jokic. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Here's Harris following the score by New York. Randall outside. And the pass to Harkless. Payton outside. Robinson for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 13 points for Robinson.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Barton. Robinson with the block. Out to Hardaway. Trying to get something going. Traps in the tray. Hardaway has got 23 points.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Payton with the ball. He's got 7. And it's sent back by Jokic. Barton drives in, and it's blocked. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, we all know that circumstances and time changes everything. In Dallas, Dennis Smith Jr. thought he was going to be the cornerstone. But with the arrival of Luka Doncic, everything changed. The promising point guard was traded to the Knicks, and Smith said it was important. It's a big opportunity, and I've just got to make the most of it. Kevin, we know one thing in New York, the ball is back in Smith's hands.
And DA, that's when he is at his best. Thank you. Randall surveying the D. Payton outside, looking to get it going. And to get open is Robinson. The shot by Payton, no good. The Nuggets leading by 16. Outside Hardaway. It's good. He's got 25.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
New York's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Payton passes to Korver. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got 6 assists here tonight.
Kevin, that's what you call textbook form and release. Kyle Korver makes shooting look like an art form.
Now here is Hardaway. He's got 25. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Again, the Nuggets score.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Harkless on the wing. Barton defending. Harkless on the wing. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Pass eating. Knicks trail by 17. Korver passes to Robinson. Dishes it to Payton. Harkless on the wing. There's the 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic is... Barton outside. The dish now to Hardaway. The Nuggets moving the ball around. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Denver. Jamal Murray comes in for Will Barton. And New York with a change here, too.